Very good morning to everyone. Welcome to today's session. If my voice is audible, please mention audible in the chat section. Thank you for confirming, and welcome to one more soft skill session. So in today's session, we'll be seeing one of the very important skill that we need to learn. And okay, so some of them are saying it's not audible. Okay, so I think majority of them are saying it's audible, so I guess it is. Yeah, so till yesterday, we learned some of the important concepts, especially to build a resume, some of the skills that we need to possess, like self-awareness, the self-confidence, the managing the time, also verbal communication. So there are different topics that we learned till yesterday's session. So today in this session, we'll be learning one of the skill that every graduating student should possess, and that is nothing but the interview skills. So we will be seeing about interview skills today. आज हम interview skills के बारे में सीखेंगे और क्या aspects है, क्या हमें जानना ज़रूरी है. So this is for a 2-day session. Even tomorrow also we will be having it. We'll be learning about interview skills. So I'll be telling you some of the basics today that we all need to know. So the main concept that we will be learning is about the personal interview, the different types of interviews, structured and unstructured interviews, interview perspectives. These are the things that we will be seeing in. ऐसे सोचते हैं कि अभी एक्चुअली मुझे यहाँ पे रहना था, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं हुआ है, और या इस पोजीशन में या ये कंप्लीट किया होता और ये एग्ज़ाम कंप्लीट किया होता. तो ये हम ऐसे सोचते हैं हमेशा, लेकिन हमें एक बात सोचना है कि इट इज़ ऑलवेज पॉसिबल टू चेंज फ्रॉम वेयर यू आर. अभी कौन से पोजीशन में है, आप उसे चेंज कर सकते हैं फ्यूचर में अगर आप स्टार्ट करें, अगर आप उसे सीखना शुरू करें तो बहुत जल्दी ही वो चेंज हो जाएगा. तो ये हमें एक्चुअली हमेशा सोचना चाहिए कि हर कोई जब कभी भी हम कुछ काम करने शुरू करते हैं तो हमें ये सोचना है कि फ्यूचर में कुछ ना कुछ रिजल्ट ज़रूर आएगा. सो वी शुड स्टार्ट थिंकिंग इन दैट वे, एंड इट इज़ ऑलवेज नॉट लेट एट ऑल. देर नहीं हुआ है, अभी भी टाइम है, तो अभी भी हम शुरू कर सकते हैं. तो स्पेशली अभी ये इंटरव्यू पर्सपेक्टिव में अगर हम सोचें तो हमें इसे सोचना चाहिए कि 2 साल बाद मैं कहाँ पे देखना चाहता हूँ, मैं किस कंपनी में मुझे देखना चाहता हूँ. तो ऐसा सोचना चाहिए, तब आपको एक आइडिया मिलेगा कि आपको अभी क्या करना है उसके लिए. So if you think like after 2 years, where should I be? In which company should I be working? What is the work that I will be doing? What is the service that I'll be providing to others? So when you think in that way, you will definitely get an answer like what you should be doing now. अभी क्या करना है, अभी देर नहीं हुआ है, अभी भी मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ. तो that is what you need to start thinking. And believe me, definitely you will see some changes in your life if you start thinking in that way, and you will find a lot of opportunities coming towards you, and you will find yourself taking all those opportunities. Yes, so only when you know that what is the use of grabbing those opportunity, definitely you will take that opportunity. In terms of interview, suppose if you get an interview next week, you will start thinking about it. Suppose if I attend that interview, will my future change? So when you answer that question, if at all your answer is yes, definitely you will go and attend that interview, because this is one of the problem. Most of them face these kind of problem, that even though they have an interview opportunity, they may not attempt it, or they might feel that they might not get selected. So all these things will be running in their mind, but that's not true. Interview is an opportunity that everyone have to use it, because there might be some situation in future where the interview options or opportunities might be less, or it might be difficult for you to get an opportunity. So whenever you have that chance, especially when you are in college, like final year, you should make use of it. So that is how we try to grow, and it's always not late at all. It's not late at all to learn any skills also. We will learn the skill now if at all it is required. So let's take some inspiration from this wonderful quote, and let's start seeing what are the things that we will be seeing in this session. And before I start, I would like to ask you one question. How many of them have already attended any interview? Suppose if you have attended any interview, you can mention that in the chat section. अगर आपने कोई इंटरव्यू अटेंड किया है अभी तक, तो आप लिख सकते हो हाँ, yes, you can type yes in the chat section if at all you have attended any interview. Yeah, it could be any kind of interview, okay? It isn't like job specific. It could be any kind of interview. If at all you have attended, you can mention that in the chat section. Okay, yes, so I'm getting some answers. Okay, so some people are saying yes, some people are saying no. Okay, fine. So thank you for all those answers. That shows your active participation. Very nice. Some of them have attended the mock interview. Yes, so we all most of them have attended the interview. Some of them not have attended. For some of them it could be the first time that they're going to attend interview the next time, like next week or maybe after some time. So yes, so it is interview process. If at all whoever has answered yes, they have attended. Some of them no, but we have practiced in class. Yeah, practicing in class is mock interview. That is also a very good thing. If you have attended these interviews, or if at all you know about this concept, could you tell me what are the different rounds that you face in an interview? आप कौन से round को generally face करेंगे interview में? किस तरीके के rounds होते हैं interview में? What are the different types of interview process? Or no, interview selection process will be there. If you know about it, you can just type it out. Like for example, whenever we just go, the aptitude test is one of the part of an interview process. So ऐसे ही कई सारे rounds होते हैं interview process में. ऐसे कौन से rounds हैं? अगर आपको पता है तो आप chat section पे उसके बारे में लिख सकते हो. Okay, I could see some of the answers like group discussion, very good. HR, I think it's something related to HR interview, that is HR personal interview, very good. GD, aptitude, okay, so aptitude भी एक round होता है. Aptitude test, technical round, very good. GD, aptitude, GD, HR, ये बहुत अच्छे आंसर है. Very nice, very good. So these are all the different types, and there is some written test, group interview. Okay, तो ये जो written test होता है वो एक बहुत ही common interview round है जो starting में होता है. Generally ये written test में aptitude questions पूछा जाता है और technical भी होता है कभी कभी. तो ये written test एक बहुत ही common है और starting में होता है क्योंकि वहाँ पे ज़्यादा लोगों को filter कर सकते हैं और वहाँ पे easy भी है क्योंकि marks के हिसाब से वो filter कर सकते हैं top 10 या top 20 ऐसा. और कुछ इंटरव्यू में प्रोसेस में ऐसा भी होता है कि ये कट ऑफ मार्क रहता है. अगर आपको उससे ज़्यादा मिले तभी आपको फ्यूचर राउंड्स के लिए बुलाया जाता है. सो वो भी एक तरीका होता है. एक्सक्यूज़ मी. सो इस तरह ये जो रिटन टेस्ट है उसके लिए प्रिपेयर होना बहुत ज़रूरी है क्योंकि वो स्टार्टिंग में है और वो डिसाइड करता है कि आप फ्यूचर राउंड्स में जाएंगे या नहीं जाएंगे. तो इसलिए आपको प्रिपेयर होना है जो रिटन टेस्ट में. स्पेशली एप्टीट्यूड, बहुत सारे एप्टीट्यूड टॉपिक्स, एप्टीट्यूड बुक्स अवेलेबल है, एप्टीट्यूड वीडियोस अवेलेबल है. आप उन सबको देख के पढ़ना चाहिए क्योंकि वो बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट राउंड है, एप्टीट्यूड राउंड. और टेक्निकल भी, अगर आप कंप्यूटर साइंस बैकग्राउंड में है या रिलेटेड टू टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड में है तो आपको टेक्निकल कॉन्सेप्ट्स जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जैसे कि बेसिक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज सी हो, C++ हो. अगर आपको जावा पता है वो भी बेस्ट ऑप्शन है. तो लेकिन ज़्यादातर एक तो कॉमन चीज़ है, इरेस्पेक्टिव ऑफ योर ब्रांचेस, आप किसी डिपार्टमेंट में हो, ये तो कॉमन है कि एप्टीट्यूड आपको रहेगा. ये एप्टीट्यूड है, ये कॉमन किसी डिपार्टमेंट में हो, अगर आप किसी ब्रांच में हो या डोमेन में है, एप्टीट्यूड तो कॉमन है. तो इसलिए आपको एप्टीट्यूड में प्रिपेयर होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू लुक इनटू सम ऑफ द पैटर्न्स. किस कंपनी में कौन से तरीके के क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है. रीजनिंग वो भी एक पार्ट होता है एप्टीट्यूड. किस कंपनी में रीजनिंग ज़्यादा पूछते हैं, क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड कहाँ पे ज़्यादा पूछते हैं, और ये सब रिसर्च करना ज़रूरी है. और वर्बल जो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज है उसके ऊपर भी क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछा जा सकता है. तो यू शुड ट्राई रिसर्चिंग ऑन ऑल दिस थिंग्स, एंड द रिटन टेस्ट इज़ वन ऑफ द कॉमन वन. Very nice, thanks for informing that, which includes aptitude. And next, the one which is very common after the written test is about GD, group discussion. The group discussion is also one of the very important round. Some company might not consider it, but majority of them would do. What they will do is they can filter a lot of people in this round as well. Like they can call 12 to 15 people at a time. 12 से 15 लोग को बुलाकर उसमें से 3 या 4 लोगों को सेलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. तो ऑब्वियसली बहुत सारे लोग वहाँ पे भी फ़िल्टर हो जाएंगे, एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे. तो ये भी एक राउंड है, और इसे प्रैक्टिस करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. ये आप अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ कर सकते हैं, या कॉलेज क्लासमेट्स के साथ. किसी एक विषय के ऊपर आपको बात करनी है. यू शुड कंटिन्यूसली टॉक अबाउट इट, लेकिन वहाँ पे भी कुछ रूल्स फॉलो करना है. जैसे कि सबको देखना है जब आप बात करते हो. यू शुड कंसिडर द एंटायर ग्रुप. आप किसी एक व्यक्ति को आपने राय नहीं रख सकते. यू शुड नॉट टेल वन पॉइंट टू ओनली वन पर्सन. यू शुड कंसिडर एवरीवन. सो ऐसा बहुत सारे टिप्स हैं जो आपको कंसिडर करना है ग्रुप डिस्कशन में. ग्रुप डिस्कशन में मेनली वो क्या देखते हैं कि आपको आपका कम्युनिकेशन, आप कैसे पॉइंट्स को लाते हैं, कैसे अपने ग्रुप को निभाते हैं, ये सब पॉइंट्स देखते हैं ग्रुप डिस्कशन में. वो भी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है. और एक राउंड ये भी हो सकता है जहाँ पे आपको ऑन स्पॉट किसी विषय के ऊपर बोलना होता है. लाइक यू विल गेट टू स्पीक एनीथिंग अबाउट एनी वन पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक, लाइक अ पिक एंड स्पीक. आपको एक टॉपिक दिया जाएगा, आपको पिक करना है टॉपिक, और उसके बारे में, उस विषय के बारे में आपको बोलना है. सो दिस इज़ ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द कॉमन राउंड. इट्स ऑल्सो कॉल, लाइक पीपल कॉल इट एज एन एक्सटेम्पोर, पिक एंड स्पीक, और जैम ऑल्सो पीपल कॉल. जैम इन द सेंस वेर यू हैव ओनली 1 minute. वहाँ पे 1 ही मिनट मिलेगा, 1 मिनट में आपको कंप्लीट करना है. You should you should speak about that in 1 minute. So that is jam. So that also could be one of the round. And after you clear all these rounds, the one of the final round you will have is personal interview, or one-to-one interview, face-to-face interview, HR interview. ये एक कॉमन राउंड है जो एंड में होता है, क्योंकि वहाँ पे आपको क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाएगा, पर्सनल क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाएगा, जिससे उनको पता चले कि आप रेडी हो ज्वाइन होने के लिए या नहीं. या कुछ ऐसे टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस भी पूछा जा सकता है. वहाँ पे टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू भी एक पार्ट होता है, वो HR राउंड से पहले होता है, जहाँ पे आपके टेक्निकल नॉलेज को टेस्ट करते हैं. सो यू माइट बी आस्क्ड टेक्निकल क्वेश्चंस ऑल्सो इन टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू. उसके बाद में HR इंटरव्यू आ सकता है. सो इन HR, if after that you might get HR interview. In HR interview, human resource interview, where they check as a person what kind of person you are. Like when you go to a when you join an organization, how well can you be in that organization, how can you interact with your fellow colleagues. So all those things will be checked in the HR interview. So that is a very important part. So we will be mainly concentrating in today's session on this interview part, like what actually is this personal interview, and what is this interview, and structured and unstructured interview, because it's very important to know about what is this structured interview, what is this unstructured interview, ये क्या है, इसका difference क्या है, और इंटरव्यूज़ पर्सपेक्टिव जानना बहुत ज़रूरी. इंटरव्यू के मन में क्या चल रहा होगा जब आप आंसर देते हो, तो ये जानना भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो ये सब पॉइंट्स आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. तो थैंक यू एवरीवन फॉर आंसरिंग ऑल दोज पॉइंट्स. लाइक मोस्ट ऑफ देम सेड अबाउट the interview rounds, so thank you for that. Shows your active participation. Very nice. Okay, so now let's get started with each one of them, starting with the first thing. The basic one that we all need to know is about what is this interview. So what is an interview? So interview, when we hear this term interview, हमारे मन में क्या चलता है? What will come to our mind when we listen to this interview? It's something like where a person is asking you a question and you are answering it, right? This is a common thing that will run in our mind. Yes, that is true, but that is just a part of it. This is called as personal interview or HR interview. But actually, when it comes to interview, it is something like there are many rounds in it, where each one of them, they might ask you some different types of questions, like personal interview, technical interview, that is something different. With the type of question asked is different in different interview. So sometimes a written interview also will be there, where questions will be given, you have to write down the answer. Very rare case, that kind of interview also could be there. So interview where they will test you, where they will test your knowledge, where they will test the way you talk, the way you communicate. So there's so many things that happens in an interview. And if at all the actual definition we see about interview, it is called as a formal meeting at which somebody is asked questions to see if they are suitable for a particular job or course of study of a college or university. ओके, इस डेफिनेशन से हमें ये पता चलता है कि ये जो इंटरव्यू है ये सिर्फ जॉब के लिए नहीं, ये अगर आपको कोई एडमिशन मिलना है कॉलेज में या यूनिवर्सिटी में, वहाँ पे भी आपको इंटरव्यू किया जाता है, आपको इंटरव्यू देना पड़ेगा. तो ये एक कॉमन प्रोसेस है, ऐसा नहीं कि ये सिर्फ जॉब के लिए है, ये कॉलेजेस में भी होता है, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में. स्पेशली आपको पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट में जाना है और एक बहुत ही फेमस कॉलेज में जाना है जहाँ पे सीट्स बहुत कम है, अगर आपके मार्क्स अच्छे हैं तो भी वो इंटरव्यू करेंगे आपको. तो वो भी एक प्रोसेस होता है, वहाँ पे भी यूज़ होता है ये इंटरव्यू. So this is one thing that we need to know about it. And one thing that the main, if you call it as an objective of this, it gives an information, it verifies the information. जो कुछ भी आप resume में लिखे क्या वो सही है कि नहीं है, ये एक objective होता है इंटरव्यू के. And also additional information, जो कुछ भी आपके हॉबीज़ हो उसके बारे में भी आप बोल सकते हो इंटरव्यू में. सो ये और एक और एडवांटेज ये है कि इंटरव्यू में आपको भी कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलेगा कंपनी के बारे में, क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग में ज़्यादातर कंपनी के वो प्रेजेंटेशन होता है, कॉर्पोरेट प्रेजेंटेशन जो हम से बुलाते हैं. सो दैट इज़ समथिंग लाइक वेयर दे विल टेल यू अबाउट देयर कंपनी, स्टार्टिंग में बोलते हैं, उसके बाद में इंटरव्यू राउंड स्टार्ट होता है. ये एक कैंपस इंटरव्यू में बहुत ही कॉमन है. जब कभी भी आप कैंपस इंटरव्यू या पूल कैंपस में आप उस इंटरव्यू में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, वहाँ पे आपको ये पैटर्न दिखेगा. स्टार्टिंग में वो कंपनी के बारे में एक्सप्लेन करते हैं क्या है, अगर आप ये कंपनी ज्वाइन करते हैं तो क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स मिलता है आपको. तो वो सब इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको मिलेगा अगर आप कैंपस इंटरव्यू में पार्टिसिपेट करें. तो वो एक एडवांटेज है, आपको भी एक एडवांटेज, आपको भी पता चलेगा कि कौन से कंपनी में क्या, कंपनी के अंदर क्या है, क्या क्या उनकी फैसिलिटीज़ है. तो ये भी एक एडवांटेज है इंटरव्यू का. इसलिए जब कभी भी आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले कैंपस इंटरव्यू और पूल इंटरव्यू में पार्टिसिपेट करने का, प्लीज़ डोंट मिस दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी. यू हैव टू टेक दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी बिकॉज देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट यू कैन लर्न. And talking about the different types of interviews, there are different types of interviews. We will see one by one what are the different types of interviews. And ये जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि ताकि ये जब कभी भी आप इंटरव्यू के लिए प्रिपेयर होते हैं आपको पता होना है कौन सी टाइप ऑफ इंटरव्यू है वो. क्योंकि the pre-preparation is one thing that will give a lot of confidence, and you will also learn so many things from it. So there are different types. We'll see one by one the different types of interviews. So starting with the first one, that is about the very famous one, which is called the personal interviews. So personal interview, it's designed to obtain information through like discussion and observation about how well the interviewee will perform on the job. So that is the main intention of the personal interview, where they will ask some questions from which they will get to know like how you will actually work in a organization. अगर आपको hire करे तो आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कैसे रहोगे, कैसे काम करोगे, इसके बारे में इंटरव्यूअर को पता चलेगा पर्सनल इंटरव्यू में, क्योंकि वो बहुत सारे पर्सनल क्वेश्चंस भी पूछेंगे, जैसे कि सिचुएशनल बेस, कुछ सिचुएशन देंगे और वो सिचुएशन के आपको एक सोल्यूशन देना है। इससे उनको पता रफ आइडिया मिलेगा कि आप किस तरह सोचते हैं, थोड़ा साइकोमेट्रिक्स टेस्ट जैसा। तो इसलिए आपको पर्सनल इंटरव्यू ये बहुत ही कॉमन है। HR इंटरव्यू जो करते हैं हम, पर्सनल इंटरव्यू भी वही है, क्योंकि पर्सनल इंटरव्यू जो लेता है वो ह्यूमन रिसोर्स पर्सन होता है ज़्यादातर, जो कंपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का HR होता है वो ज़्यादातर वही पर्सनल इंटरव्यू लेते हैं। तो पर्सनल इंटरव्यू इज़ अ वेरी कॉमन वन, एंड HR इंटरव्यू because it's something related to the organizational behavior. And next type of interview, which is quite famous, and it's like you find it in most of the academic organizations and all, and that is nothing but evaluation interviews. And also in companies also they have this evaluation based on your performance. So it's designed to obtain information through like annually, or maybe once in a time, once in 6 months they conduct this interview in an organization, so that they can see the progress, what is your progress here, and and then they start evaluating you and start comparing. So this is a kind of like a test kind of thing called as evaluation interview, which is also a part of an interview. Now talking about the job process, you'll not be generally having evaluation interview in that. This is once you get into the job, once you start working on that. It's not like all of it. Once some of the companies, they have something like the probation period time, where they will be observing you even after they select you, even after you get a job, they will be observing you for certain months. तो उस टाइम में वो देखेंगे कि क्या है आपका परफॉर्मेंस, इवैल्यूएट करेंगे. तो उसके बाद में एक फाइनल इंटरव्यू रहेगा. अगर आप वो क्लियर करें तो आपको परमानेंटली आप एम्प्लॉयमेंट आपको मिलेगा, आप एम्प्लॉय बनेंगे परमानेंट. सो ये एक इवैल्यूएशन इंटरव्यू का एक प्रोसेस होता है. और ये जब कभी आप जॉब मिलने के बाद, जब आप कंपनी में ज्वाइन करते हो, उसके बाद में ये इंटरव्यू रहेगा 3 महीने या 4 महीने के बाद. और कुछ कंपनीज़ में हर एक साल ये होता है. And the next one type of interview is called as persuasive interview. Persuasive interview is designed to sell a product or an idea. ये interview अगर आपको sell करना है कोई product को, तब ये persuasive interview होता है. So here we will be telling about something related to should they buy the product or should not buy the product. Based on the way you answer, they can get the option. They'll get to know that whether you need to buy the product or not. So structured interview is one thing we all need to know. Structured interview is a very important part. I will be discussing about this आफ्टर सम टाइम. हम इसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. स्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू थोड़ा डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू के बारे में भी हम थोड़ा देखेंगे क्यों कौन सी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इंटरव्यू है इंटरव्यूअर के पर्सपेक्टिव में, उसके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे. काउंसलिंग इंटरव्यू, या जहाँ पे काउंसिल किया जाता है आपको, एंड इट्स लाइक कुछ रूल्स नहीं फॉलो किया करते हैं वहाँ पे. वो आपको काइंड ऑफ अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम है आपको, या अगर कुछ आपके डिस्टर्बेंस है, तब आपको काउंसलिंग इंटरव्यू किया जाता है. तो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी किया जाता है. जब कभी भी आपका परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा नहीं है कंपनी में, तो आपको काउंसलिंग किया जाता है, एंड आपको कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है जिससे उनको पता चले कि क्या है रीज़न उनके वो लो परफॉर्मेंस के. So this is a kind of a interview, counseling interview, which happens in an organization where if at all they feel like your performance is not that good, then they start interviewing you with some questions through which they get the reason for the performance or low performance. So this is also one kind of interview. See, these are all the different types of interviews. Whenever someone asks you what are the different types of interview, you should be able to answer. You should know what are the different types of interviews. You should not just tell like, okay, the different types of interviews are personal interview, HR interview, technical interview. Not like that. There are certain standards in this. You can mention like, structured interview, unstructured interview, evaluation interview, personal interview, counseling interview. This, when you say all these terms, people will start thinking about you like, okay, this person knows about what actually an interview is. Not that this person knows only about the personal interview. So that is why you need to answer in these terms also. Counseling interview. Yes. So one more type of interview that is quite common that you find is disciplinary interview. So this is like again it's kind of an in an organization this happens. Suppose if someone is not following the rules and if someone is not breaching something, if अगर कोई rules नहीं follow कर रहा है या कुछ negativity कर रहा है या कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ उसके थ्रू, तो ये डिसिप्लिनरी इंटरव्यू कंडक्ट किया जाता है जहाँ पे स्ट्रिक्ट क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है. And it's kind of interrogating a person so that they will know what is the reason behind the act. And the stress interview, yes, stress interview आप सभी ने सुना होगा stress interview के बारे में, जहाँ पे आपको continuously बहुत ही टफ क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा, कंटिन्यूसली पूछा जाएगा. अगर कोई आप आंसर दे रहे, उस आंसर के ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है. तो इस तरह स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू, जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा ये जर्नलिस्ट कैसे पूछते हैं, किस इंटरव्यू करते हैं, तो इसी तरह होता है स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू, जहाँ पे आपको एक सिचुएशन में डाला जाता है, स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन, और उस समय आपका जो आंसर्स होता है डेफिनेटली वो अलग होता है क्योंकि आप स्ट्रेस में रहते हो. तो ये भी एक कॉमन इंटरव्यू है जिसे स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू कहते हैं. इफ़ एट ऑल एनीवन हैज़ बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ अ स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू, if at all anyone has been a part of stress interview, you can mention that. You can mention about the stress interview, like you have participated in a stress interview. You can just say about this. अगर आपको stress interview के बारे में पता है तो आप ये stress interview में आपने participate किया है तो आप देख सकते हैं. स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू कुछ इवेंट्स भी होता है कॉलेजेस में, एक फेस्ट में जनरली, जहाँ पे कंटिन्यूसली आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है. तो ये भी एक इवेंट भी होता है. और स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू यहाँ पे क्वेश्चंस जो पूछा जाता है, दैट इज़ समथिंग लाइक यू माइट बी नोइंग और यू मे नॉट बी नोइंग. द वे यू आंसर इट, दैट व्हाट मैटर्स हियर इन स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू. Okay. If at all you participate in stress interview, you can mention about that. Public interview, this is like televisions, newspapers, political party interview. ये होता है public interview. I'll repeat it again. Public interview आप generally radio shows या television या newspapers, क्या political parties, यहाँ पे ज़्यादा आप देखते हो ये public interviews को. जब कभी भी आप पब्लिक इंटरव्यू ये वर्ड सुनते हो या न्यूज़पेपर या पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ऐसे कुछ सुनते हैं, तो आपके मन में कौन से इंटरव्यू आएगा, वो कौन से सिनेरियो आपको इमेजिन, व्हाट इज़ द सिनेरियो दैट विल इमेजिन इन योर माइंड व्हेन यू थिंक अबाउट दिस पब्लिक इंटरव्यू. यू कैन ऑल्सो मेंशन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. कहाँ पे होता है ये पब्लिक इंटरव्यू ज़्यादातर, वो भी आप लिख सकते हो चैट सेक्शन में. Okay. Yes. So public interview, where do you find? I could find some answers. Generally, one example is that we find it in a newspaper where you find a person being interviewed and all the answers of that interview. Okay. External examination. yes, जैसे कि वाइवा वोस होता है, वाइवा होता है वहाँ पे इंटरव्यू. अच्छा, ये प्रीवियस वन स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू का. ओके, स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू, वन आंसर आई गॉट इज दैट एक्सटर्नल एग्जामिनेशन में स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू होता है. ओके, आपकी अदालत, न्यूज़ स्टूडियोज़, न्यूज़ चैनल, इन टीवी एंड न्यूज़पेपर. एग्जैक्टली, द आपकी अदालत जो ने आपने बताया है वहाँ, उसमें भी आपको बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है. और ज़्यादातर जो क्वेश्चंस होता है वो जो कंट्रोवर्सी के ऊपर होता है. किसी ने कपिल शर्मा शो के बारे में बताया है, मुझे पता नहीं था. अच्छा, ओके, ये कपिल शर्मा शो ये पब्लिक इंटरव्यू है. ठीक, वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस. When someone tops in an academic, yes, they will interview that person again. It's a public interview, news channel. Very nice, very nice. Very nice answers that you're giving. Very good to see your active participation. Yes. I never thought that even the Kapil Sharma show also will be a part of interview. Exactly. Even Kapil Sharma show also, they will start asking so many questions, right? Very nice, very nice. That is also good. Good answer. Okay, so public interview is one kind of interview that we see in TV, newspapers, and radio shows. One more thing is informal or informal interview or conversational interview. So what happens in the conversation interview, there will not be any predetermined question, fixed questions nahi hota hai. They will not be asking any fixed questions. So they will ask something which is casual, जैसे कि casually किसी को पूछना questions, especially these film stars and all, they just casually ask some questions about their life, and so it will just go on like a flow. Based on the answer they give, one more question will be asked. So these are informal interviews. Behavioral interview, this is something based on how the interview acted in a specific employment and related situation. Maybe like if you already worked in an organization, then they will interview about how you were in that organization, what are the things that you did in that previous organization. इसके बारे में behavioral interview में पूछा जाता है. Standardized or open-ended interview, here the questions will be like, you can answer anything. It will not be like particular answer you have to give, what you feel like. Also the interview, this will be quite quick interview because you'll be giving the answer required. For example, asking even tell me about yourself is also kind of an open-ended interview where you can say a particular answer. Unlike the closed-ended or fixed response interview where they will only give you an options like which is the answer they need to you need to select. This happens mostly if the interview is through some messages or where you have to select an answer. एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा और उसमें चार पांच आंसर है, आपको एक आंसर को फिक्स सेलेक्ट करना है. ये होता है क्लोज्ड, जहाँ पे आपको आपके जो मन में है वो आप एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पाओगे, आप जो आंसर्स ऑलरेडी है उससे सेलेक्ट करना है. ये एस और नो क्वेश्चंस भी इसके अंदर ही आता है. एक क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा और उसका दो ही आंसर है, यस या नो, तो आपको एक आंसर देना है. वो भी एक तरीके के इंटरव्यू है जहाँ उसका कहते हैं क्लोज्ड और फिक्स्ड रेस्पॉन्स इंटरव्यू. नाउ इफ़ यू सी ऑल दीज इंटरव्यूज़, इसमें अभी ये सब इंटरव्यू देखे तो अभी के लिए जो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है वो कॉमनली ये जो फ्रेशर्स के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है वो होता है पर्सनल इंटरव्यू. और पर्सनल इंटरव्यू ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है, और उसमें भी एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू होता है, एक होता है अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू. तो हम अभी इसके बारे में देखेंगे ये क्या है, ये स्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू क्या है, ये अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू. एक वन बाय वन वी विल बी सीइंग दिस. Let's start with the first one, that is, what is a structured interview? So it's a personal interview. First of all, you should know it's a kind of a personal interview where the interviewer uses a fixed format. एक फिक्स्ड फॉर्मेट यूज़ करेंगे इंटरव्यूवर और फिक्स्ड क्वेश्चन रहेगा जो आपसे पूछा जाता है. सो हियर बहुत ही सिस्टमैटिक रहेगा ये स्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू. एंड ये इंटरव्यू रिटर्न फॉर्मेट में भी हो सकता है, जहाँ पे एक क्वेश्चनर दिया जाएगा और आपको उसमें आंसर्स लिखना है, और वो एक क्वेश्चन कॉमन होगा सभी के लिए. नहीं तो ये क्वेश्चन इसे 1-to-1 भी हो सकता है ये इंटरव्यू, जहाँ पे वही क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा हर जो कोई भी कैंडिडेट है, whoever the candidate is, everyone the same question will be asked in a structured interview. And so in a particular sequence also, like after this question, this next question will come up. So that sequence also will be same in a structured interview. So what why is it important? Like what is the importance of this structured interview? It's very important to know that also. Here what happened, the employers, whoever is taking the interview, they will have some format and they'll be able to assess the candidates without any partiality. आपको जो क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा वही क्वेश्चन किसी और को पूछा जाएगा, तो उनको वो कंपैरिजन करेंगे, और यहाँ पे पार्शियलिटी नहीं होगा कि इसको कम क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है, और सॉरी one person will be asked less question, other person will be asked more question. So that kind of partiality will not be there in case of structured interview. And also कंपनी स्किल के ऊपर ज़्यादा फोकस करते हैं, तो वो कंपेयर कर सकते हैं सभी के आंसर फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन ऑफ स्किल्स, एंड दे कैन एक्चुअली filter a person and they can select for the future rounds. So that is what one structured interview will be. So next, one more importance of this structured interview, it will also help it's not a importance, it's kind of a problem that we have, is that they'll not be able to assess particularly how you will respond to a certain situation. Like if at all you say some answers, they cannot ask one more question on your answer. So that is a drawback here in the structured interview. There are some benefits also of this structured interview. There are many benefits of the structured interviews. One of the benefit is they include the questions, whatever the questions is there, that is included on the like job, related to the job and job analysis. So they would have done a lot of research of what kind of questions should be asked in common. So whatever the question they're asking will be something related to the analysis they would have done. And each candidate is asked the same question. So as I said, that is one of the benefit. You will know what kind of question is asked. There are more chances that you will, before itself, you will know what are the questions is asked in this company. And they provide checks, and also if at all there are 2 to 3 people, group interview, what you call it as, they can ask one question and they will get the answer from each one of them for the same question. Because group interview is also one kind of common interview. They will be using more the structured format, where one question they'll ask, and for the first person should answer, the second person should answer, the third person should answer. So that is also a very common kind of structured group interview. And here it will have consistency, because every kind of question they ask is in a certain order, and also they will have the answers also in a proper order. So that maintains the consistency, and also they'll get the clarity about the structured interview. So now talking about how to prepare for this structured interview. Yes, it's very important to know about this structured interview. So first thing is that to prepare for this structured interview, make sure you know how your skills and qualification fit the particular job. आपको जानना है पहले ये आपके जो पास जो skills हैं और आपका जो qualification है वो किस तरह ये job के लिए fit होता है. And you have to look in the job descriptions को देखना है, job listings को देखना है, and वो सब जो कोई भी requirements है वो पहले आपको पता करना है. फिर उसके बाद में आपके जो abilities है वो कैसे मैच करे उसके बारे में देखना. उनके जो questions जो पूछेंगे, जैसे कि for example अगर वो पूछे tell me about yourself, तो कैसे आंसर देना है. tell me about yourself में आपको ज़्यादातर आपके skills को highlight करना है, ताकि वो जो कुछ भी आप highlight कर रहे हो अपने skills वो जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन को मैच करना चाहिए. तो ये एक पॉइंट है, और इसके बारे में भी हम डिस्कस करेंगे. विल बी डिस्कसिंग अबाउट द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, व्हाट आंसर टू गिव फॉर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. वी विल बी इन द upcoming concepts. We'll be telling about that. Maybe today or tomorrow we'll be discussing about the questions also. So I'm just giving an example of type of questions that you need to prepare. For example, tell me about yourself, or what makes you an ideal candidate for this job. That could be the next question. What are your interests, and what are your strengths and weaknesses? Are you willing to travel? Or tell me about an incident during the past year in which you were particularly proud of your performance, and you can share it with us. Tell me about a time when you made a mistake at a work. How did you handle the situation? What was the result? ये भी एक क्वेश्चन हो सकता है. देखिए ये क्वेश्चन का मतलब है अगर आप कुछ मिस्टेक किया है अपने वर्क में या अपने कॉलेज में, तो कैसे आपने हैंडल किया उस मिस्टेक को. तो ये सब क्वेश्चंस को आपको प्रिपेयर करना है. एंड so here the interview will rate the candidate in the structured it might vary also, because there will be fixed check boxes they have to click in, and based on your answer they will say it is a good answer, excellent, or it's a bad answer, or it's an average answer. तो इस तरह स्केलिंग देंगे, और या 1 to 5 स्केलिंग भी हो सकता है. And so there are many companies that may include hard or soft skill types of questions also. Soft skill related questions भी वो include कर सकते हैं. जो आपके मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स या आपके जो लीडरशिप स्किल्स, इसके बारे में भी क्वेश्चंस हो सकता है. सो ये सब क्वेश्चंस के बारे में सेपरेटली मैं एक सेक्शन में बोलूँगा आपको कौन से क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाएगा और कौन से क्वेश्चंस के लिए आपको प्रिपेयर होना है और उसके आंसर्स किस तरह देना है. ये सेपरेटली आई विल डू इट आइदर टुमारो सेशन. Okay, so that also we will be seeing it. So this is how you need to prepare. You need to know about the questions that will be asked, and also you should know that in structured interview there are fixed kind of questions generally there are. So always it is better to prepare for those questions before itself. And one more, the next thing that we need to know, it's about the unstructured interview. Unstructured interview. So what is this unstructured interview? So it's the one that does not use any fixed format. Unstructured interview में fixed format नहीं होता है, तो लेकिन ये इंटरव्यूवर जो आता है उसके मन में एक रहेगा, एक ये स्ट्रक्चर फॉलो करना है. स्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू में सब कुछ प्लान्ड होता है, वो जो हर कोई कैंडिडेट को सेम होता है, लेकिन अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू में वो जो इंटरव्यूवर है उनके मन में रहता है, वो चेंज कर सकते हैं इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस को, क्वेश्चन तरीके पूछने के तरीके या क्वेश्चंस को भी चेंज कर सकता है बेस्ड ऑन द सिचुएशन. तो ये होता है अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू, और ये एक कॉमन इंटरव्यू टाइप है. ज़्यादातर आप कैंपस इंटरव्यू में अगर जाए तो ये कॉमन टाइप ऑफ इंटरव्यू है जहाँ पे आपके रेज्यूमे को देखकर उसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा based on the resume, or what are the things that is there in the resume. Based on that, the question could be asked. So unstructured interview is a common kind of interview where they might change based on the candidate. And here it's like a qualitative research method, not the quantitative research method, unlike the structured one. So here the questions are prepared during the interview. They just come up with some questions at that time, and it's sometimes unplanned also. So here you will find most of a friendly kind of conversation. यहाँ पे जो unstructured interview में interviewer थोड़ा casually बोलेंगे आपसे, तो ये आपको महसूस होगा, स्माइल रहेगा इंटरव्यूअर के फेस में और कैजुअली वो अप्रोच करेगा. ये अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू में एक कॉमन तरीका है. तो ये एक बहुत ज़रूरी है एज ए इंटरव्यूअर, उनको मेंटेन करना है वो एनवायरनमेंट. अगर वो इंटरव्यूअर बहुत सीरियस है तो डेफिनेटली आपके जो आंसर्स है वो भी थोड़ा बदल जाएगा, इसलिए इंटरव्यूअर भी थोड़ा स्माइल कैरी करेगा अपने फेस में. So this is a very common kind of interview, that's unstructured interview, which we all might face in future. We will be facing definitely. And here there are some limitations compared to the structured, and we will be seeing what are those limitations in the unstructured interview. That is like the everyday flow will be like kind of an everyday conversation, and it might be like a little bit of informal or informal or open-ended question. So like there will very few questions they will ask where you can only answer as yes or no. Most of the questions you have to answer certain sentences, you have to say certain sentences, and from that only they'll get the answer. मतलब वो जो क्वेश्चन जो पूछते हैं वो ऐसे yes or no questions बहुत कम पूछते हैं. वो ज़्यादातर उसी तरह के क्वेश्चन पूछे हैं जहाँ पे आपको एटलीस्ट 4-5 सेंटेंसेस आंसर देना पड़ेगा. तो ये होता है अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू में. एंड तो आपको ये एक ध्यान में रखना है, आप एस और नो ज़्यादातर ये आंसर्स भी अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, क्योंकि इंटरव्यूअर को देखना है कि आप कैसे आंसर देते हो. सो इसलिए आपको कंप्लीट आंसर देना है, सिर्फ येस और नो आंसर्स नहीं देना है. सो दैट इज़ वन थिंग वी नीड टू थिंक, एंड दैट्स अ लिमिटेशन इन एन अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू. So here there are chances, it's not possible, but there are few chances that the interviewer's mind might change, like based on the wrong answer that you suppose. If you give a very wrong answer, or some kind of, if your facial expression is not that good, like you are giving some different facial expression like sad, or you are like kind of nervous वाले face expression, अगर ये सब reaction अगर आप दे रहे हो इंटरव्यू में, तो इंटरव्यूअर का क्वेश्चन भी उसके हिसाब से बदल सकता है. सो ये एक लिमिटेशन है अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू में, और वो एक्चुअली नेगेटिव भी जा सकता है, क्योंकि अगर आप बहुत ही शाई हो, नर्वस हो, तो उनको भी अच्छा नहीं इंटरव्यूअर को भी अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, और एंड दैट पर्सन विल स्टार्ट जजिंग यू. एंड लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, within most of the interviews within 2 minutes they will come to know whether they should hire you or not. ये एक कॉमन प्रोसेस है, ये ज़्यादातर इंटरव्यू में होता है. इंटरव्यूअर पहले 2-3 या 5 मिनट के अंदर उनको पता चलेगा कि क्या वो आपको हायर करना है या नहीं हायर करना है. सो स्टार्टिंग जो आपका इंप्रेशन होता है, फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन, उसे आपको मेंटेन करना है. दैट वी नीड टू मेंटेन, वी नीड टू गिव द बेस्ट फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन. तो that is why people say, whenever you give the first answer, you should be very confident. Whenever you enter the room, we should be very confident, क्योंकि वो starting few minutes होता है, वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, and उससे ही decide करते हैं interviewer कि आपको select करना है कि नहीं करना है. Definitely they will also see the other questions also, but that impression what you give at the starting matters a lot. That will change the way the interviewer will see you. It will change the way the interviewer will ask the questions, whatever the questions that come up. So that is why the limitation when I'm talking about it, the questions may not be as you expected based on your situation at that moment. So that is one of the limitations that we have in an unstructured interview. So talking about the other differences that we just put in one page about the key difference between the structured interview and unstructured interview. I could say that as, one second. Yes, so it is, the first thing is about the questions to be asked to the candidates are fixed in advance. There will be a certain set of questions that is already fixed, and there are more chances that you will also be knowing it by asking the person who has already attended the interview, or by researching in Google what are the questions asked in this company. So like that you will get a already predefined questions in case of structured interview. Unstructured interview, in this the questions are asked is like there's no fixed kind of thing, and we cannot like prepare before itself, but we should be ready and confident. It will be something which might be on the spot also. That is the main difference between structured interview and unstructured interview. So in structured interview, since it is pre-planned, the same set of questions might be asked. So the data collected here is a quantitative in nature, like there will be specific number given to or rating given to each of the candidates. So that is one of the thing in structured interview. Whereas in unstructured interview, they cannot give a particular rating because the question asked is different. They'll rather see how you are as a person, how you give the answer, how confident you are, how you keep your facial expression, how you walk in the interview. So all those things they will keep in mind in case of unstructured interview, and they will rate based on that. Okay, so it's not based on the questions particularly you answer. So in case of structured interview in descriptive research, the structured interview is used to collect information, because it's based on the answers that you give. So it's based on, it's like whenever they want to collect some information, then they keep this structured interview, where in case of unstructured interview, it is completely opposite. It is contrary to that. Here they particularly use some tools to collect the information. Here unstructured is used as a basic tool for collecting information, where they give exploratory research, and also the answers that you give that matters a lot, and every time it might change also, and whatever the information you get, it might be unique for them, so they might start researching on that particular answer. So these are the key differences between the structured interview and unstructured interview. So now it's time for us to understand, it's time for us to prepare for the certain interviews. So when it comes to structured interview, you know the set of questions and you can answer something, but in comes to unstructured interview, there are so many factors that you need to consider. There are so many factors, like the way you answer, like your tone, like the language, the fluency, and your body language, your hand gesture. So all these things matters when it comes to unstructured interview. Okay, so now 1 minute. Yes, generally if you just enter into a interview room, if you just enter into starting of the interview, you enter into a room, what is the first thing that they ask? They ask you the resume, because that is one thing which they can ask question about. This is about the personal interview I'm talking about. The personal interview, which is unstructured, and that is how generally all the interviews will be in most of the campus interview. So they just when you enter inside the room, they ask you for the resume, so you need to give the resume also. So you might find, right, like most of the people would be carrying some kind of a file, the big file where there will be something in that. So what is that you need to carry in a file? Suppose if you're carrying a file, what are the things that you need to carry in a file. So if you know the answer for this, you can type it out in the chat section. आपने देखा होगा इंटरव्यू में जब लोग जाते हैं उनके हाथ में एक फाइल रहेगा, एक फाइल, बड़ा सा फाइल, और आपको उस फाइल में क्या क्या रखना है अगर आप फाइल कैरी करते हो, और ये क्या ज़रूरी है एक फ़ाइल कैरी करना, वो भी इसके बारे में आप लिख सकते हो. यू कैन राइट इट इन द चैट सेक्शन. एक जिप वाला फाइल है ना, द ब्राउन कलर या ब्लू कलर वन. सो व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट यू नीड टू कैरी इन अ फाइल? यू कैन मेंशन इट आउट इन द चैट सेक्शन. ओके. Okay, left hand, fine. Carrying file, okay. Certificates, resume, results, okay. So yes, so whenever you carry a file to an interview, you carry resume. That is very good. Resume. Certificates, yes, so you can carry your certificates in that file. Yes, so this whatever the file you're carrying, that adds lot of professionalism. जब कभी भी आप इंटरव्यू एंटर करते हो इंटरव्यू रूम में, अगर आप खाली हाथ जाते हो इंटरव्यू रूम के अंदर, वो इतना अच्छा नहीं दिखेगा, आप वहाँ पे सीरियसनेस भी नहीं दिखेगा. तो जब कभी भी आप इंटरव्यू के लिए जाते हो, आप एक फ़ाइल कैरी कीजिए, और ये जो फाइल होता है उसका कलर भी मैटर करता है. आपको बहुत ही लाइट वाला फाइल नहीं लेना है, या जैसे कि बहुत अट्रैक्टिव वाला पिंक या ज़्यादा लाइट ब्लू, और जो लाइट कलर्स होता है वो मत कैरी कीजिए. अगर आप फाइल कैरी कर रहे हो तो जो जिप वाला है वो बेस्ट है, और उसमें भी आप कलर सेलेक्ट कर रहे हो तो ब्राउन एंड ब्लू, डार्क ब्लू एंड डार्क ब्राउन, ये एक बहुत ही अच्छे कलर है, और उसमें ज़्यादा प्रोफेशनल दिखेगा. सो डार्क ब्राउन या डार्क ब्लू वाला फाइल आप प्लीज़ कैरी कीजिए इंटरव्यू में. जब कभी भी आप इंटरव्यू रूम एंटर करते हैं तो वो थोड़ा प्रोफेशनल दिखेगा. एंड दैट ऑल्सो व्हाट टू कैरी इन दैट, आप रेज्यूमे उस पर रख सकते हो 2-3 एक्स्ट्रा कॉपीज़ ऑफ रेज्यूमे, क्योंकि ज़्यादातर इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस में जब आप जाते हो आपसे 2-3 कॉपी पूछा जाता है इनिशियली. दे विल आस्क यू 2-3 कॉपीज़ ऑफ resume when you go to an interview. So that is why you can carry an extra resumes in that. Also you can carry some of your certificates so that you can keep it as a proof. They will not ask you to give it during an interview, but definitely you can keep it as a safety proof that will help them. You can also take black, there is no problem at all. Black also is okay, no problem at all, but make sure that it is not too shiny black, it is like a normal one. And you can also take brown. Brown is more professional, I think, and also blue, especially dark blue is more professional, but you can also take black also. But here main thing is that don't carry anything which is very light in color, because suppose because we carry the file and we might keep it somewhere, and if it gets dirt in it, if it gets some kind of mark, it will not look good. So that is the main reason we should not carry light colored files. Inside it, carry resume, carry some certificates, the main certificates, your college certificates also you can carry, and something that you can show as a proof you can carry. But make sure you're not carrying too much of your certificates, like your certificate of 5th standard, 6th standard running race competition, 2nd standard painting competition. All those certificates and all you should not carry, because that is not required at all. See, when you told about the color of the file, you can select anything which is dark, and which you can also select dark gray, even that is also okay. But the most common one I mentioned was brown and blue. Try to get in that range if at all possible, because that looks more professional. But if at all there's no option, you can go for dark colors, that is also okay. But don't go for much light colored files. Even if you're taking gray also, it's okay. Dark gray you can take it. And yes, so don't carry all these certificates which is not necessary. Whatever you have written in resume, आप resume में एक कॉलम में सर्टिफिकेशन ऐसा कुछ लिखे होते हैं ना, वहाँ पे जो कोई भी सर्टिफिकेट्स आपने लिखा है वो सर्टिफिकेट्स आपको कैरी करना है. दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ताकि जब कभी भी आप इंटरव्यूअर क्वेश्चन पूछता है आपके उसके बारे में, तो अगर वो पूछे okay, do you have that certificate with you right now, then you can just take that and you have to give it. But here also very important, when you enter inside the interview room, Here's a question for you. When you enter inside the interview room, do you have to give that file to the interviewer or no? What do you think about that? When you enter inside the interview room, do you have to give that, is it necessary to give the file जिसमें सर्टिफिकेट्स है उसे इंटरव्यूअर को देना, जो पर्सन है इंटरव्यूअर को देना ज़रूरी है या नहीं है? आपको क्या लगता है? What do you think about this? Is it necessary to give the file to the interviewer? Is it necessary or it is not necessary? मतलब जो फाइल्स जिसमें सर्टिफिकेट्स, जिसमें आपका रेज्यूमे हो, वो देना ज़रूरी है या नहीं है इंटरव्यूअर को? स्पेशली आप जो पर्सनल इंटरव्यू का जो रूम है वहाँ पे आप HR इंटरव्यू में, जब मैं बात कर रहा हूँ इंटरव्यू में, फाइल देना है या नहीं देना है? Okay, yes, so most of them have answered yes, we need to give the file to the interviewer. Okay, so let me tell you this, it is not necessary to give the file to the interviewer. जो आपके पास जो फाइल होता है वो आपको रखना है आपके पास और उसे आपको नहीं देना है. इसका बहुत सारे रीजंस हैं. अगर आप ये फाइल दे रहे हो उनको, तो उनको लगेगा कि आप उससे कह रहे हो आप सर्च कीजिए सब सर्टिफिकेट्स और उससे कोई एक सर्टिफिकेट को पढ़िए. तो ये इंप्रेशन आप दे रहे हो अगर आप उनको फाइल दे रहे हो. Whenever you enter an interview, first make sure that you're asking the permission when you're entering, and once you go inside, don't give the file, but definitely you can give the resume. आप एक resume को उनको दे सकते हो ताकि वो resume के ऊपर क्वेश्चन पूछा जाए. अब अगर आप resume नहीं भी दे रहे हो, definitely वही पूछेगा आपसे, वही आपसे resume पूछेगा. So that is why it's very important to not to give the, it's very important to maintain this thing, not to give the file, but रेज्यूमे, एक रेज्यूमे आप निकाल के उस फाइल से निकाल के दे सकते हैं, या सेपरेटली यू कैन कीप इट विद यू व्हेन यू आर एंटरिंग द इंटरव्यू रूम. एंड व्हेन यू आर गिविंग द रेज्यूमे, प्लीज डू मेंशन गुड मॉर्निंग या गुड आफ्टरनून, this is my resume. You have to give like that. Don't just go and give the resume directly to it without even saying anything. So when you are saying all these things, it will be there a lot of good impression. But अगर आप directly file दे के जा रहे हो और आप क्या बोलोगे, sir this is my file, आप ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते हैं ना. तो आपको ये एक बात बहुत, अगर वो पूछे, if at all that person asks, okay, give you all your certificates, then you can open the file, open the zip of that file, and you can say these are my certificates. You can say that. But starting, please don't make this mistake of entering inside the room and directly giving the interviewer the file. But you have to give the resume. This is a good habit. Take one resume and they say, this is my resume. If at all already they are having the resume, that's okay. But if they don't want your resume, they'll directly say, okay, I don't need this resume. They might say directly. But make sure that you are not giving the file when you are entering an interview. Now, when you enter an interview, जब आप डोर ओपन करते हो इंटरव्यू रूम का, पर्सनल इंटरव्यू रूम का, तो वो क्या है, वो आप फर्स्ट कहते हो. What is the first sentence that you will say when you are opening the door of the interview room? Definitely the interviewer will be inside the room, right? So what is that one sentence that how will you ask the permission? आप से permission पूछोगे interviewer से. Okay, so how will you generally ask whenever you enter an interview room? Like when you open the door, what is that one sentence that you will say? How is that you ask permission? Yes, very good, very good. So most of them have answered that sentence. Yes, so you say may I come in? Perfect. May I come in is a perfect one. Can I come in is the wrong way of saying. We should not say can I come in. Okay, it is may I come in. Whenever you say may, that is one thing which will add the respect. When you open the door, you just say may I come in, and when they say yes, enter and start wishing. Say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Say that statement, and after that you say this is my resume. Then you can give the resume and you have to wait. Okay, so this is how you can also say excuse me sir, madam, may I come in? That is also perfect. You can also say excuse me, there is also no fine, but there's no problem in that. But you can just open the door a little bit. Don't knock the door too much so that the other person will get disturbed, because definitely you have been asked to enter the interview room, right, by someone else. So that is why you can just slowly open the door, but don't be so slowly opening it that even they will get scared that how is the door opening so slowly. So you need to open slowly, like a little bit, kind of swiftly, and just open and say, may I come in? So when you say that, they will know that you're asking permission to come inside. So don't just stand behind the door and ask, may I come in, where the other person might not hear what you are saying. So that is why it's very important to open the door slightly. Don't bang the door, just open it slightly. So this is one, this, because the first impression is the best impression, people call in that way. So whatever the starting things that you're doing, your act, whatever you're portraying, opening the door, asking the permission, and giving the resume, all these things gives a very good impression about you to the interviewer. So that is why it's very important to maintain this. And I will be telling you some more important tips after this very short break. So take a short break of 5 minutes and we'll be back at 12:36. You can mark your attendance in the Kaizala group, and after the break, let's discuss more such interesting points about the interview. So see you after this short break. Yes, welcome back after after the short break. Yes, so before the break, we were discussing about how to ask the permission when you are entering inside the interview room. Yes, so we need to ask, may I come in when you enter the interview room, and may I come in. It's not can I come in. Once you enter, you have to give the resume. You have to say that this is my resume, and you can after you give the resume, once you wish, when you give the resume, obviously there will be a chair which is kept for you. You have to sit there, but it's always good to ask the permission, like may I take the seat, may I take the seat, or may I sit also you can ask, but may I take the seat is one of the standard way of asking. So you can say may I take the seat, and definitely they will not say no, they will definitely say okay, yes, sure, like that they will mention. So you can go and sit rather than directly going, giving the resume and doing and sitting directly. It's always good to ask the permission. That shows that you are humble. It shows that you are giving respect to others. So that is the message that you will be portraying. तो इसलिए जब कभी भी आप बैठने से पहले आप उसको पूछना चाहिए permission, may I take the seat. तो and definitely they will say yes, and you can sit comfortably. जब आप बैठते हो, please don't make that noise. Whenever you're pulling the chairs, make sure that you are being very silent. So that is also something which is considered to be a good manners, where whenever you're sitting or pulling the chair, you should make sure that you're not making a noise, and don't pull the chair too much close to the table. If at all there is a table in front of you and the interviewer, don't pull too much close, or don't be too far away from the table also. And that is how and you should always make sure that if at all there is a table in front of you, अगर टेबल है तो आपके हाथ टेबल के ऊपर होना चाहिए, टेबल के नीचे नहीं. तो आपको हाथ टेबल के ऊपर रखना है. यू शुड कीप द हैंड्स अबाउट द टेबल. तो ये एक स्टैंडर्ड पोस्चर है, आपको नीचे नहीं रखना है. एंड व्हेन यू आर आंसरिंग, आपको हैंड जेस्चर्स भी यूज़ करना है. तो दीज आर सम ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट वी नीड टू कीप इन माइंड व्हेनेवर यू आर अपियरिंग फॉर एन इंटरव्यू, स्पेशली द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ इंटरव्यू, क्योंकि फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन जो होता है वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. इसलिए आपको स्टार्टिंग में बहुत अच्छे इंप्रेशंस देना है, स्पेशली जब आप परमिशन मांगते हो, जब आप बैठते हो, व्हेन यू मूविंग योर हैंड्स, व्हेन यू आंसरिंग. सो ये सब बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स हैं. And now let's see some of the things that we need to know, especially when the perspective, that what he thinks about it. Like when you do all these things, what will be his perspective, what will be the interviewer's perspective, we will see in that. So first we should know what is the importance of what he is thinking about you. That is very important, to know the perspective of that person, why we need to know that person's perspective. The first thing is we should like many people, whoever is coming, many people, they argue that answers given the question is the key to the success. Most people say that whatever the answer you give, that will help you to get you the job, but actually that is not the case. Also your behavior inside the interview room, that matters. सिर्फ answers ही नहीं, सिर्फ आपके जो way of answers, way of expression, आपका जो hand movements, ये सब भी count होता है. And majority of the impression on us is determined in the first few minutes of the interviewer's perspective. As I already mentioned, the starting few minutes determine the perspective about you, and the interviewer will have a certain perspective about you. आपके बारे में कुछ राय आ जाएगा उनके मन में based on your first few moves. The opening minute, or 1 minute or 2 minutes of the interview, it has little to do with your ability to perform in the role of which you are interviewing. So it's all about it's not about your answers in the starting few minutes. It's also about the starting thing that you maintained. So all those things are an important part of it. If at all you're giving some positive first impression, then you can continuously be positive for the remaining questions also. अगर आपका जो first answer जो आप देते हो वो बहुत ही confident हो, तो definitely जो आगे जो कुछ भी questions आपसे पूछा जाता है उसका answers भी confident रहेगा. तो ये एक technique है आपको confident रहने का. And so if at all something happens in between, like starting, maybe when you're entering, आपने door बहुत ज़ोर से close किया, या when you're coming you slipped, so all these things might make you nervous. So that is why make sure that you are not much doing any mistakes, or when you are trying to give the resume, you forgot your resume, you forgot to bring your resume. That is also one of the bad thing that will change the perspective of the interviewer. So that is why you should make sure that you should know what the interviewer is thinking based on your actions. So now let's see how to get that positive, how to get a positive perspective of an interviewer. So the first thing is timeliness. Yes, so these interviewers, whoever is taking the interview, they will be always busy, and because they will be busy because they'll be interviewing so many people, बहुत सारे लोगों को इंटरव्यू ऑलरेडी किए होंगे, तो डेफिनेटली आपको टाइम में जाना ज़रूरी है इंटरव्यू में. जब आपका नंबर आएगा, जब आपका नाम बुलाया जाएगा, आपको ऑन टाइम इंटरव्यू रूम के अंदर जाना है. एंड जो टाइम अलॉट किया जाता है आपको, वो फिक्स रहेगा ज़्यादातर. वो पहले ही डिसाइड करेंगे एक कैंडिडेट के लिए हम आधा घंटे या 20 मिनट स्पेंड करेंगे. तो वो अगर आप 1-2-3 मिनट भी वेस्ट करोगे, सो डेफिनेटली वो एक बैड इंप्रेशन रहेगा उनके मन में. सो इट इज़ वेरी क्रिटिकल दैट यू एज अ कैंडिडेट डू नॉट स्ट्राइक अगेंस्ट it's like by being late. You should not be portraying that thing as a candidate. So one thing, let's keep it on mind that being on time is a very very important aspect in interview. So ये एक बहुत ही important है, इससे positive impression मिलेगा. And also you might get you might look more confident when you are on time for the interview. So the best thing is, please be there half an hour before the interview, so that you don't have to hurry at the last moment. So be half an hour before the interview. Next thing which is very important is the appearance. Yes, आप क्या पहनोगे, वो आपकी ड्रेस, ये सब important है इंटरव्यू में. ज़्यादातर लोग think that maybe if I wear some attractive clothes, maybe I'll get selected. बट ऐसा नहीं है. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अगर सिंपल ड्रेस वेयर कर रहे हो, वो बेस्ट है. सो वी विल सी दैट ऑल्सो, सम ऑफ द पॉइंट्स दैट वी नीड टू कीप इन माइंड. सो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू टू वॉच द अपकमिंग वीडियो केयरफुली.
Attire for women. Women should carry blue, black or grey colors two-piece suit for the interview. If you choose to put on skirt, the skirt should be long enough so that you can sit comfortably. The blouse should be tailored and formal. The attire should be paired with conservative leather shoes. Do not accessorize yourself too much. Try to limit jewelry during the interview. Dangling earrings or bracelets is a strict no-no. Carry a scarf if required. It gives a professional touch to the image. Have a professional hairstyle to look professional. Apply light makeup and do not use strong perfumes, as it may annoy the interviewer. Nails should be in shape, clean and neatly manicured. Make sure your tattoos are not visible during the interview. Try to cover them the maximum.
These guidelines of dress for success for women are prevalent in the global dressing context while dressing for an interview. However, depending on your preference and dress code for the interview, if you choose to dress in the traditional Indian style, these guidelines will help you in dressing appropriately. Dressing for job interview requires more conservative attire than you'd wear in a more casual environment, such as in a retail store. Before the interview, find out what the company's dress code is and create your interview ensemble around those guidelines. The style and color of your attire should be conservative and neutral, and you should avoid trendy or casual clothing. For women, saris and salwar kameez is appropriate. It is preferable to wear cotton salwar kameez. Cotton saris with formal blouse is also a good choice. stashed one looks very decent. Suit or sari with shimmer or glitter is a strict no-no. Putting a blazer above the salwar kameez or sari would look more formal, however, it is not necessary. The candidate should feel comfortable in their clothing. It is better to wear clothes which are washed well and ironed than new ones. Woman candidate should not wear too much jewelry. Limit it to look graceful. Women can wear their hair down, up or pulled back, but it should be neat and without ornate hair accessories. If you carry a purse, keep it small and simple. Purse color should coordinate with your footwear. Leather purses always look elegant. Since your appearance is your first impression, make it a great one.
Yes, so that was the video related to the dressing and the appearance, what things that we need to keep in mind, especially when we are going to an interview. I hope you would have got an idea about the things that we need to follow, and all these things matters a lot. Your appearance matters a lot because the interviewer will be comfortable if you are wearing a comfortable dress, and if you are looking fine and comfortable and not with too much of tiredness or uncomfortable, definitely the interviewer will ask you questions and be comfortable. Otherwise, if they are uncomfortable to see you, then definitely it will not be good. So whatever you're wearing, that is very, very important. The dress that you're wearing is a very important. Perfume is an important aspect. It should not be disturbing for others, and especially the anklets and all, we should not wear the anklets, the payal, what you call, we should not wear that, because the sound that it makes might be disturbing, or it might not look good. So not too much of bangles you should wear. And when it comes to the boys, you should also make sure that the boys are wearing the formals and nicely tucked in. Shirt is tucked in properly. The color of the belt and the color of the shoe should match, and the most common one is brown shoes or black shoes, and always light color shirt and dark color pants for boys. And also the hair should be trimmed, it should be combed properly, not keeping too much of even when you're keeping the beard also, it should not look unmaintained. It should look neat. So this isn't for boys. And as already you saw the video for girls, those are the points that we need to maintain. Yes, and when it comes to the next important part, that is the posture, the way you sit. We need to sit straight. I think already we mentioned in one of the session, we should not be leaning backwards too much, like obtuse position. We should have a little bit of acute, not too straight, also little bit of acute, such that your hands are on the table. That is the best way to sit. Now the file, yes, as someone asked, what about the file? Should we keep it with you or keep it on the table? Yes, files, what you can do is you can keep it on the table. You can keep it little bit side, or don't keep your hands on the table on that file. Keep a file little bit beside side of you on the table, and you keep your hands on it. Don't keep your files on the lap and then keep your hands on it. That will not look good. Okay, so you can keep the file on the table little bit side and keep your hands on the table when you're talking, so that when you keep your hands on the table little bit, you will be leaning towards the person, like towards the table, right? So that is how the position should be. You should not be very stiff, so that looks uncomfortable. आपको बहुत स्टिफ नहीं रहना है, थोड़े रिलैक्स होना है, और आप हाथ को टेबल के ऊपर रखना है, और जो फाइल है वो साइड में रख सकते हो. फाइल तभी ओपन करना चाहिए जब आपसे पूछा जाएगा. यू शुड नॉट इंटेंशनली ओपन इट अगेन एंड अगेन एंड शो इट टू द इंटरव्यूअर, क्योंकि उनके पास उतना टाइम नहीं होता कि वो सब आपके सर्टिफिकेट्स को देखे. वो जो कुछ भी है वो रेज्यूमे में देखेंगे. वो रेज्यूमे में कुछ भी है क्वेश्चंस रेज्यूमे के ऊपर ही पूछेंगे, जैसे कि प्रोजेक्ट्स कहाँ पे आपने प्रोजेक्ट किया. आप कॉमन क्वेश्चन को भी टेल मी अबाउट योर प्रोजेक्ट, टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट योर प्रोजेक्ट, डिस्क्राइब योर प्रोजेक्ट. तब आप यू कैन स्टार्ट सेइंग अबाउट इट. तो ये मत सोचिए कि वो सर्टिफिकेट को देके क्वेश्चन पूछेगा. वो जो इन्फॉर्मेशन आपने रेज्यूमे में लिखा है उसके ऊपर वो क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे. सो दैट इज़ वाई यू डोंट हैव टू अगेन एंड अगेन ओपन योर फाइल. Okay, so sit in a proper posture, keep your hands on the table, and don't be too stiff. Don't relax too much by leaning backwards. Little bit you have to lean towards the interviewer, towards the table, and you have to sit. So this is the standard posture that is considered. And as you can see on the picture, don't be in this stiff position. Little bit you have to be acute angle position. Now talking about the next thing, that is the handshake. Yes, your handshake should not. Handshake is kind of thing. If you feel comfortable, you can give handshake. We find this most of the thing happening, but as per the current scenario, it's better to maintain a certain social distance. But that is again situational based. But generally, handshake is considered to be formal. Starting when you enter, when you give your resume, you can shake your hands with them. There's no problem. But if they are giving the hand, they are forwarding the hand for the handshake, please accept it and give the handshake. Don't keep it too loose that they will feel that you don't have energy. You have a little bit of firmness. When they hold your hands, you also hold. When they try to release, you also release the hand. Okay, and when you move the hands also, it should not be too much of movement. Slowly, 1 2 3, that's it, done. And that is also one standard procedure which is considered handshake. So you can shake your hands also with the interviewer. There's no problem in that. There's nothing problem, but don't do it frequently. Once is fine. And at the ending also you can shake your hands. That's also okay. There's no problem. But rather what happens in an interview is there will be so many candidates coming up. So some interviewer would not like to shake hands with each and every person. So that is why leave this to the interviewer. If the interviewer is willing to shake hand with you, then go forward. It's better to avoid it, because we don't know whether the interviewer will be comfortable or not, right? If you are giving the hand to that person, we don't know whether that person likes it or not. So you have to keep this point in mind, that if at all they are comfortable, interviewer is comfortable, then if that person is extending the hand, then definitely you can go forward for the handshake. And coming to the next part, that is the eye contact. Yes, this is very, very important. Whenever you are talking, whenever you are giving the answer, you should not look anywhere else. You should look to the interviewer's face. And as I already mentioned in one of the session, that we need to see that person's face, the eyes, or if you're not, this triangle, the triangle tracing method you can use there also in an interview. You can see to the eyes, left eye, right eye, and you can see the mouth, or you can go in a reverse triangle, that is eyes and forehead. We can do that also. For left eye, right eye, forehead, left eye, right eye, forehead. That method also you can use, but don't see anywhere else, because if at all you are seeing anywhere else, अगर आप कहीं और देख रहे हैं, that means it is the sign of nervousness. आपको maybe you are not ready with the answer, or you're not able to see the person, or you're not able to communicate with the person. So that is the impression that you would be giving. So that is why you should see the person's eyes, okay, and you have to speak. So that is considered to be the best eye contact practice, and make sure that you're doing it even when you're practicing mock interviews and all. Make this as an habit. How to prepare for mock interview? You have to prepare a set of questions. Prepare karke you need to ask your friend that you let your friend be a interviewer, and you let your friend sit in a room, like an interviewer, and you will be the person who is entering, giving the resume to that person. Then ask that person to ask you questions, and when the person is asking the question, your friend is asking the question, try to answer it by making sure that keeping your eye contact proper, as well as the posture. So this is how you practice for an interview. So that is called as mock interview. If at all you're practicing for an interview, that's called as mock interview, where there will be an interviewer who will be playing the part of an interviewer, and you will be the interviewee. So eye contact is one thing which we all need to maintain. And coming to the one more important part, that is the facial expression. Yes, the way you give the facial expression matters a lot, because if you're giving some answers and your face is looking very sad, अगर हम answer दे रहे और हमारे face अगर sad है, तो उतना अच्छा नहीं दिखेगा. वो नेगेटिव इंप्रेशन, वहाँ पे नेगेटिव वाइब्रेशन, that vibes रहेगा नेगेटिव. So that is why we have to give a very positive expression, positive facial expression, by having a mild smile, not smiling too much, a small smile, they call it as a mild smile, what you call it as, without even showing too much of your teeth. And that if you keep that thing, definitely the interviewer will be, he will be having that positive energy, and there might be chances that the questions asked could be something which is relevant, not something which is very difficult. So there's so many advantages in that case also. So have a small smile on your face, but make sure that when you're answering, you should also answer with a certain facial expression. Suppose if you're saying something related to sad thing, make your face movement along with that also. So based on whenever you are like expressive, we have an expressive facial expression, but carrying a smile at the other time is very, very important. Okay, and don't smile such that the other person will be comfortable. Don't smile too hard, like the other person will think like, why that person is smiling on me. So don't have that smile also. So facial expression is also one of the part that we need to practice it, so that we'll have a very good impression. And I already mentioned in one of the session, please ask your friends and other family members, like, how is your facial expression in a generally what is the perception that people have when you see your facial expression. Based on that, we need to change our facial expression. So these are some of the very, very, very important points that we all need to know whenever we are participating in an interview. And the one thing is a warm up greeting. Yes. So this involves a starting part, like saying, wishing them good morning, good afternoon, based on the situation, is a very important part. Most of them, they forget about it. They just enter and they just sit and they wait for the questions. No, the starting greeting is very important. You can also ask, how are you? That is also fine, no problem at all. So good morning, sir, how are you? You can ask. There is no, definitely they will say, I'm fine. How about you? So you have to say, I'm fine, thank you, because it's always important to say thanks for the question being asked. So you can have a positive impression on that. So whenever someone is asking, how are you? Make sure that you're answering, I am fine, thank you, or I am great, thank you, or I'm cool. You can just give any answer, but mention thank you at the end of the answer, because you are saying thank you because that person has asked you a question about yourself. Okay, so that is how you reply for the how are you. You can also ask a question, how are you? Good morning, sir, how are you? You can ask that, no problem at all. So that is something where you're building the rapport. You are building the rapport with the interviewer, and that looks good also from other side. So these are different points to have a positive perspective. And some of the things that we should not do is, we should not demonstrate overconfidence. आपके जो overconfidence उससे ज़्यादा दिखाना नहीं चाहिए. जैसे care नहीं करना, अगर कोई question पूछा जाए तो ऊपर देख के kind of thinking. So all those things is a kind of overconfidence. You should groom very well. Maintain grooming, tying the hair, not leaving it too much loose or making it uncomfortable. Enthusiasm should be shown. You should be excited to be a part of an interview, but do not answer before the question has been completed. Yes, question पूछने complete होने से पहले answer मत दीजिए. Extra resume copy, please carry the extra resume copy. Have a smile on your face. Be polite, be assertive, be firm. All these are a good part of being an interview, as it's a part of having a positive impression. Be genuine and truthful. Whatever you are saying, let it be true. हमें जो कुछ भी हम बोल रहे हैं वो सही होना चाहिए, truth होना चाहिए. Look into the eyes of the interviewer while talking to that person. What are the things that we should not do? Like, you should not be overconfident. We should not answer when the question has not yet been completed. Do not talk continuously that the other person will get distracted. Don't think that if you're speaking more, you will be like you are demonstrating something great. No, that's not true. We need to limit ourselves to a certain answer or the certain words. So we should not be rude at the interview. We should not get into the argument. हमें चिल्लाना नहीं चाहिए. And don't fiddle with your or pen. Yes, fiddling मतलब घुमाना. जो pen है, पेन को उंगलियों से घुमाना, ये होता है ना, ये fiddling is a part of fiddling. Or tie, if you are wearing the tie, then pulling your tie frequently. These are the things that we should not do. Yeah, do not extend your hand first for the handshake. As I already mentioned, don't give a hand for the handshake. You should wait. If that person is willing, then only you go for it. And you should always do not be unclear about your expectation from the job. You should know what are your expectations from the job. Don't just leave everything to them, and don't just say I'm ready to do everything. Don't just say those words. And you should be something like, we have to be very clear about what you want from that job. So these are some of the points that we should be ready with. And I hope so. If I have to revise, in this session we saw about what is an interview, what are the different rounds in an interview. हमने देखा ये स्ट्रक्चर्ड और अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू क्या है. स्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू में क्वेश्चंस जो पूछा जाता है वो फिक्स्ड होता है. ऑलरेडी आपको भी पता होता है कौन से क्वेश्चन पूछा जाएगा. और ज़्यादातर स्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू में कुछ आंसर्स भी रहेगा जो आंसर्स आपको देना है. लेकिन अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू होता है जहाँ पे इंटरव्यूअर के ऊपर है, वो आपसे कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है. लेकिन कुछ क्वेश्चंस है जो कॉमन है, जैसे कि टेल मी अबाउट योरसेल्फ, ये सब क्वेश्चंस कॉमन होता है. लेकिन वो टाइम ड्यूरेशन भी वही डिसाइड करता है जो अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यू में. और ज़्यादातर कैंपस इंटरव्यूज़ ये सब अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड इंटरव्यूज़ होता है. एंड हमने देखा ये अपीयरेंस और व्हाट आर द कैसे पर्सपेक्टिव को चेंज करना बेस्ड ऑन द अपीयरेंस, बेस्ड ऑन द वे यू टॉक, बेस्ड ऑन द पोस्चर, द वे यू सिट, द आई कॉन्टैक्ट, ये सब हमने डिस्कस किया. और क्या नहीं करना है और क्या करना है इंटरव्यू में, उसके बारे में भी हमने आज डिस्कस किया. सो इन टुमारो सेशन वी विल बी सीइंग सम ऑफ द इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस, कैसे आंसर देना है, और सम अदर पार्ट ऑफ इंटरव्यू skills that we need to concentrate. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. I hope you learned today's session, and few questions cross check. Yes, we need to cross check on what are the thing is. Okay, I'm not getting what is that. Is it necessary to attach cover letter to your resume? It's not particularly necessary to attach a cover letter for resume. You can directly give your resume itself. It's not necessary. It's not particularly you have to have a letter and inside that the resume. It's not necessary. You can directly give your resume. No problem with that. Yes. So those are some of the questions that you are asked. Yes. Okay, so thank you all for participating in today's session. So this is Likith signing off. Let's meet in tomorrow's session. Have a good day. Thank you.